What if the weakest light was the one that saved an entire city? In a world obsessed with new and shining things, one old lamp proved that hope never becomes useless. This is the story of a man who repaired lamps and unknowingly repaired people in a city long familiar with darkness and silence. There lived an old man named Yunus. He had no wealth, no power, no reputation. Only a small shop where he repaired old broken lamps. People laughed and said, "Who repairs lamps anymore?" Everyone wants something new, but every morning, before opening his shop, Yunus lit an old lamp and placed it in his window. Its light was weak, but it never went out. This simple act was a quiet promise, a daily whisper of resilience in a world that had forgotten how to listen. The lamp became a landmark for the few who noticed, a tiny star in the urban twilight, a testament to the old man's unwavering belief in enduring value. One day, a boy named Sohabu entered the shop. In his hands, he clutched a broken lamp. "But I couldn't." Yunus took the lamp and examined it carefully, his fingers tracing the cracks like a doctor examining a patient. "Things that once gave light," he said softly, "deserve a second chance. But it's dark," Sohab replied, his eyes filled with doubt. Yunus smiled gently, a kindness that seemed to light up the dusty corners of his shop. "No, my boy, this lamp is tired, not dark." Hours passed. Yunus worked with a quiet, focused reverence. Screws were patiently loosened, the clouded glass was cleaned until it gleamed. A new wick was carefully placed, ready to draw life back into the old vessel. And then, with a small spark and a soft whoosh, the lamp lit up. Its flame was small, but it danced with a warmth that pushed back the shadows. It was more than just a repair. It was a resurrection. "So much effort," the boy said, mesmerized by the glow. "You could have just bought a new lamp." Yunus looked up from his work, his eyes reflecting the tiny flame. "A new lamp gives light," he answered, "but a repaired lamp gives hope." So Horeb didn't fully understand the depths of those words. Not yet, but he felt something shift inside him, a small, warm feeling that mirrored the light of the restored lamp. He left the shop that day with more than just a working light. He carried a newfound sense of possibility. Weeks later, the city collapsed into a sudden, deep darkness. A massive power outage plunged every street and every home into a black void. Heavy rain began to fall, amplifying the silence and the growing fear that crept through the alleys. It felt like the end of the world. Then a small light appeared in an alley. Then another, and another. Old lamps, just like his, began to glow from windows and rooftops all across the city. They were the lamps Yunus had repaired, the forgotten things he had given a second chance. The city, which had been holding its breath in fear, breathed again. The darkness was no longer absolute. Soha ran to Yunus's shop, his heart pounding with a strange mix of joy and urgency. The door was closed. Pinned to it was a small handwritten note. It read, "One day, a city will not need electricity, but people who carry light inside them." Yunus was gone, but his light remained, scattered across the city in 100 tiny flames, a legacy of hope. Years later, Sohrab reopened the shop, and every morning he placed an old lamp in the window. Its light was weak, but it was steady, a promise passed down from one generation to the next. If this story touched you, support stories that keep the light alive. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who needs a little hope today. Because sometimes the smallest light changes everything.